Because these morning motivation calls, as you know, we do a lot of it's mindset, but at the same time, it's really about let's give you guys the skills that it takes to build a large organization. Okay, and this right here is absolutely crucial when it comes to hitting any position in the company, whether it's you want to be a diamond in the company, whether you want to be a champion in the company, whatever position you want to get to. This training right here will give you a lot of value when it comes down to how to build a large organization. Okay, guys. This is there's many skill set. There's many skills you can learn in this industry. There's many things you can learn in network marketing, right? But I mean, I would say, I'm sure David would say this too, the most valuable skill set in terms of building a large distribution of customers and leaders is promoting events. And I happen to be pretty good at promoting events, right? There's other things in that people say this is what you need to do. But listen, if you can promote events, and it's not just physical events, it's also online events, Zoom calls, right? This is an absolutely crucial, right, skill that you must learn, okay, to build a large organization. So first and foremost, right, I hope you guys got your pen and paper ready. If you're driving, you're not taking notes, right, but you're listening and get the information in, right? But if you guys can take notes, and what we'll do is someone can put the notes into the leaders chat, so those who are driving or weren't able to take notes can obviously just get the notes, right? So first and foremost, we have a big event coming up, November the 15th. Now, I'm going to be very upfront on this call. I've invested over £5,000 of my own money for this event, okay? I'm not asking for a round of applause. I don't need a round of applause, right? This is what I do. The reason why I earn what I earn, or why me and Katrina earn, is because we invest into our business. So first and foremost, this event is an event that I'm pulling out all the stops for, because I want you guys to have an experience. But why do I do that? Because I understand the importance of major events is what moves your business the most. Okay? So first and foremost, you got to set your goal. What is your goal? What's your goal going to be going into November the 15th? Now, don't forget, we have a convention in Chile happening sometime soon. And also we have our convention in May of 2025, right? And this is going to be a large international convention. Now, put a 1 in the chat if you came to our convention in Atlanta, Georgia this year. Okay? Let me know in the chat. And that convention, right? Major events. Guys, look, if you want to build a big business, okay? It is an event is not just presentations. It's also the trading calls. Now, the trading call, you can treat it as a presentation, because if you invite your guests onto a trading onboarding session that I'm going to be doing, I do it every Tuesday, 9 p.m., is also an event that people can come to and get value. So I don't just treat Vision Mastery call is an event. I had two 6-figure earners on the call yesterday. Multiple 6-figure earners. They've made more than me. One of them's made about 400 grand in the industry. The other one's made about 600 grand. More than that, they've made multiple in a year. They came to, they're like, yeah, I like the company, right? I treat every single Zoom call, every single opportunity to expose someone to this opportunity. I do that. Right now, me and Katrina have 37 active, personally enrolled customers into the business. Right? We went champion by ourselves with just our personal volume. Why? Because we expose so many people to the opportunity every single day. This is real network marketing. Not just the TikTok and the Instagram, that's great. But I'm old school, right? That's how I do it. I believe in making those calls, calling people, getting people in front of the information, getting bums on seats. Because that's really what I done when I first came into the industry. 2017, right? Ivan, a great friend of mine, still one of my best friends today, brought me into the industry. And when he brought me into the company, at that particular time, there was a major event that was happening, okay? And this was in August of 2017. I will never forget. He called me, said, Derrick, well, I was called Junior back then. He said, Junior, you need to come to this event, bro. I'm telling you right now, this event's going to, whatever, bro. I'm busy. I had just joined the company, right? So if any of you on this call are brand new, I understand what you're going through. Oh yeah, well, you know, what's this whole fuss about this event? And Ivan said to me, bro, the people that put on the event have invested £4,000-5,000 into the event. This is going to be a big event in Chelsea Harbour Hotel. At this particular time, I didn't know who David was. I didn't know who Ivan Tapia was. I didn't know who anybody was, right? And I was just brand new. And I remember coming to the event, I had a goal that I wanted to hit the first rank. The first rank in that company was called Platinum 150, which is basically the equivalent of team consultant. 3 personal customers, you make 150 a month. That was that was my goal back then, right? I had just started. So I'm relating this to the newest person. I'm not talking as a diamond today. I'm talking as someone let's say I'm talking as a champion. I'm going back to the beginning and I'm showing you guys what I done to really get here, right? And I remember that at that particular time, I think I had about 5 or 6 people in my team total, right? So I had 3 legs of business. I had a guy called Aaron. Some of you guys know Aaron, one of my best friends, you know, till today. He was one of my first people in my business. And also I had a gentleman that I signed up that was one of my neighbors. His name was Habibah, right? He signed up, not Haribo. Don't laugh, guys. It's not funny. Habibah, right? They'll be butchering people's names out here, right? Habibah, right? He signed up, didn't do absolutely nothing. A guy called Paulia signed up just below him, Italian guy, footballer, didn't do anything. Aaron, who's we went to the Creative Industry Awards in Birmingham. We traveled together. One of my best friends, one of my top 3 friends in the world, right? And one of my top 3 best friends. He signed up through my upline, who Ivan signed up Aaron, put him in my business, and then my top leader at the time, he hadn't even joined yet. So I was brand new in the company. I had no results. We didn't know what we were doing. I heard about this trading thing, this phone thing, trade. I had no idea what was going on. But my upline told me, come to this major event. You're going to get the opportunity to hear from the top leaders. You're going to get a chance to network with the movers and shakers in the company. I said, great. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, but let me just come to the event. So I put on this blue suit, dark blue suit, red tie, red pocket square, red socks, and then my black loafers, black patent loafers. Pulled up to the event, jumped out the car, went inside the event. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. There's about 100 people there. And I remember meeting this guy called Jason, right? Funny guy. He was like, hey, man, are you here for the first time? I said, yeah. He goes, okay, cool, man. You're going to love it, man. You're going to love it. I had no idea who David was, right? I didn't know who these guys were. So I came into the room. I was sitting right at the back. And I remember seeing this sharp guy walk in. David walks in with Ivan Tapia. I'm like, wait, who are these brothers? Rolex watches, custom suits. You know what I'm saying? You know when the suit's custom, right? You can see it's custom. It's hugging his. I mean, they're like, it looks good. I'm like, this guy's a sharp. And I'm listening to you. I'm like, wait, these guys are really making this type of money, right? At the time, they were earning about 200 grand a month, right? Both, each of them, right? But they had already earned millions of dollars in the industry. And I'm listening to these guys, and I'm like, wait, is this a real? This is pretty cool. And during the event, I'm sitting there. That was the first day I met Ivan Tapia, the first day I met David Amanite, and the first day I met Katrina on the same exact day, right? It's incredible, right? And I remember sitting in the event and thinking to myself, this is something I want to do. And after that, after the main event, we went for a meeting after the event, right? It's called the meeting after the meeting. So I had the opportunity to go and sit down with Ivan Tapia directly. And he spoke some words into my life that completely shifted my paradigm. And to this day, I'm forever grateful to Ivan for that particular conversation, because that was the conversation that me and Katrina were in that meeting, but we were both still brand new. I mean, she was basically the equivalent of a champion already, right? But most of us weren't there yet, right? We wasn't even the first level. We wasn't even team consultants. And I remember he spoke some words to me. He said to me, you guys need to set a goal and never miss a major event. And I was like, okay, cool, perfect. So the whole idea, guys, is that event shifted my paradigm. As a matter of fact, That day, I wrote a list of about 50 names in that event, or like in that hotel. And I remember the 11th person on that list, I gave him a call at 1 in the morning, and he became my first six-figure earner. Right? Again, a great friend of mine till today, right? Think about that. He made multiple six figures. You know, he's now, you know, doing other things and, you know, having a great time. But the whole idea is we're talking about an event. And a lot of you are asking me the question, Derrick, why am I not growing my business? You're not utilizing events. You're not utilizing the major events that are being put on by the company, right? You're not utilizing the Zoom calls. Some of you may say, well, Derrick, I live in another country. Or Derrick, I'm not going to be. That's fine. But you should utilize the Zooms. Utilize the vision mastery calls. These are all opportunities to expose people to the Envision You opportunity. So after you set your goal, what rank do you want to be coming out of the event? The whole idea is you don't want to wait. And David told me this a couple of years ago. You don't want to wait for the event to fire you up. You want to be fired up going into the event. So you want to write down right now, what rank do you want to be by the event? And what rank do you want to be coming out of the event? Because the event is going to bring momentum. It's going to grow your business, and you're going to work through the event. You don't work to the event, you work through the event. So let's say, for example, Derrick, I want to be a Sapphire. I want to be a Ruby by this event. You still got 3 weeks to do it, right? And then after the event, typically about 60 to 90 days, or I mean, for a smaller event, 30 to 90 days after a major event is when your team starts to move forward and explode even more. Okay? You know, we had an event with Bryce Thompson, right? And Courtney Logan. And that was September the 12th, right? Then boom, month later, team explodes. Why? Because major events elevates vision, eliminates negative thoughts. EVENT. There's a 90-day time frame we're looking at right now, okay? And so 30 to 90 days after a major event, you're going to see an explosion in your business. But you have to set the expectation. What rank do you want to be? Write it down or put it in the chat, okay? You want to know, you want to set your thermostat, your mental thermostat for what you want to accomplish in this company, okay? It's absolutely possible, okay? Like, and speak it. You got to speak that thing. You got to write that thing every day. When I told you guys we're going to make 100 grand a month, I've been speaking that thing for years, and it's going to happen. By 2025, it's definitely going to happen. We're going to definitely be global diamonds in this company. 100%. We're on track to do it in the next 90 days. Because I speak it every day. I've been speaking that thing for 24 months, and I haven't stopped. When business was slow, when business was fast, when things were happening, I didn't care. I said, we're going to do this. We're going to do it. And so that's the whole idea of what major events gives you that vision. So you set the goal. Now, what is the expectation going to be? What is the expectation going to be for coming out of a major event? Right? What does events do for you? Write this down. Events inspires your goals. The biggest decisions you're going to make are at major events. When David gets in that room and he's talking about the goal, and you see how sharp he's dressed, and you know how he's talking and his experience, and you know this guy's he is one of the very best to ever do it in this industry, and he's talking about goals, you're going to set some serious goals. An event will help you recommit to your goals. It's like going to church. There's this term called backslide, right? If people go to church, they become a Christian and then they end up falling off, right? What I used to say this back in the day. You know, the backsliders, they front slide back into the church, right? The church is an event. Imagine if church was just online. It wouldn't work. People have to come into the house of God. Then the altar call. If you want to get saved, come to the front of the church. And then the guy comes to the front, and then he surrenders, and then he rededicates his life to Christ. That's the exact same thing. People they come into an event and they need to recommit themselves to the vision, recommit themselves to what they promised their children, their family, their mother, their dad that they were going to do. Okay, So it inspires your goals. It also motivates action. It enables you to take action. Right? I'll never forget, back in 2012, I was in a church conference in Walthamstow. And this guy called Pastor Paul Body was preaching, man. And he was going, that sermon, to this day, is probably still the best sermon I've ever heard. He preached on preaching. The actual topic of the sermon, listen to me, all my days, I was so fired up, man. He really stirred me, man. Like, I remember after that sermon, I walked out the church, I went onto the street and started preaching about God. I was like, you guys are sinners. You need to, I was going crazy. I'm telling you. But that event, it lit a fire in me. And from that sermon, I started to disciple and help a lot of men. And you know, a lot of guys that I mentored are now married. A lot of them are pastors today, right? And that's when I started getting involved into leadership. So when I joined network marketing, it was an easy transition because I'd already been coaching a lot of men that were twice my age, right? I was 21 at the time. I was coaching guys in their 40s, and they were listening to me because I had the spiritual discernment. I had the spiritual results. I was healing the sick, right? My mom got healed. Prayed for her. Her knee moved back into place. God, it's miracles. But that's because of major events. If I didn't go to major events and actually be around certain environments, I wouldn't have had the spiritual power that the Holy Spirit had given me to get things done and to have discernment. That's when I was shown this industry, I didn't doubt it. I knew it was completely done. I had no doubt that this industry was exactly what God had called me to do. Right? So events motivate action. Events recognize achievement. Events, you're going to get recognized. Shout out to all the promotions, right? I think the promotion that really hit me was Natalie's mother, right? Mommy Joy. I mean, Mommy Joy, we love you. Oh, man, that's what it's about. She said that it's going to pay half of her mortgage for the month. You know how powerful that is? That's a serious, that is beautiful in itself. Imagine how many people are going to come to that event and be inspired. How many moms, how many women are going to be inspired by that story? Okay? It recognizes achievement, right? It builds vision and it builds belief. Events will build your belief. As this call, I pray, will build your belief. If any of you have been, on the brink of quitting or on the brink of throwing in the towel, I'm telling you right now, this call, I pray that it's going to help you in some capacity. I'm not talking at you, I'm talking with you. Because I want you guys to understand, every single time I felt, low and demotivated, a major event is what completely lit me back on fire. I'm telling you. I'll never forget, we went to Miami, Florida in 2018. And me and Kat were going through, in our business, it was like we were striving towards our first six-figure level, but we had some roadblocks at that time. And just some things happened within the business aspect that we had to start really working. But after that event, me and Kat said, we're gonna do this. Let's show the world, you know what I mean? And after that event, there was a huge explosion, actually, right? And that Miami event, events will expose a lot. It will show you who's serious and who's not serious, because people either get overwhelmed, like, oh man, can I do this? Or they say, I'm gonna do this, okay? And after that event, our business exploded, right? Miami 2018. There's so many events I can talk about that were pivotal points, major events. At this time, me and Kat weren't like the diamonds or the whatever. We were the people that everyone liked us, but we didn't have the results yet. So we would sit behind in the general section or VIP section, and we would see all the diamonds, right? Or it was called chairman in that company, but all the diamonds at the front. Angela Cruikshanks, David Amanite, Bass Grant, all these leaders were there. They were the big boys. And I was like, man, like Gary McSween, I'm like, nah, these guys are killing it, man. And I would go up to them, ask them for a picture, like, hey, Gary McSween, I appreciate you, man. Can I get a picture of you? At that time, he was earning $100,000 a month. Bryce Thompson, all these guys. That's why I always pay homage to them, because they were big parts of big parts of our story. Like, I always honor them because they were a big part. When I used to go to major events, they were my heroes, man. I used to walk in, they were like on holy ground. They would walk in through the diamond section, right? They would go through the diamond entrance. Yeah, you wouldn't see them, right? They'll be like, and then they'll come in. They'll have breakfast for the. Oh, I was like that. They had like a special tea and coffee section at the front of the event, and they had like a rope, so you couldn't go past the rope. I was like, nah, man, this ain't fair. I wanna have tea and coffee, and I'm sitting there. But you see, mentally, I was so stirred. I'll never forget. I went to the event, and me and Cap, we sneaked into the diamond section to sit down, right? We sneaked in, and guess what? A lady called Jewel, right? You know, great lady, multiple 7-figure earner. She looked at me and goes, "Are you guys chair?" It was called chairman, but are you guys chairman? Are you guys? I was like, no. She goes, "Are you guys gonna get out?" Oh, listen to me. Let me tell you something. Oh, ask Kat. You hear me? I'm a little bit, you know, I'm East London. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me just put it that way. I'm East London. I was like, nah, Kat, the embarrassment. I walked up. I got up, walked out. I was like, okay, cool. I want to show her. I was mad, but it stirred me to be in that section with the top leaders. I wanted to be sitting next to David. You know, like I wanted to be sitting next to these guys because they were the Evan Tapia. Those were the guys that I wanted to be around. And I made the choice. It hurt me. It embarrassed me because, you know, like we snuck in, but we didn't earn to sit there. And so, but major events, it builds belief, it builds vision. And after that event, I was like, I'm going to go hard. I'm going to build this thing. I got back on the phone. I've got so many notebooks, man, from like 2018. I'll show you guys. I still got all my old calendars, everything. And I'll show you the work. One day I'll show you guys all the work I was doing, all the presentations I was doing that year, 2018, 2017, 2019. You know, it's been a journey. It's been years of self-mastery, years of prayer, years of dedication. So if you're saying to me, Derrick, why aren't I making this? Why aren't I this yet? It's because you just haven't given it enough time. Time is your friend when you know it's already done. You've got to give it time. It's a process. Things of quality take time to build. A Rolls Royce takes 6 months to build. A Toyota takes 6 weeks to build. It's 2 different levels. So when you walk into the road, when I step into, when I get to drive David's Rolls Royce, or I walk into David's Rolls Royce and I sit inside the car, I'm like, this is a thing of beauty. And you look at it, it's like, you can see why it's $400,000 for the car, because it takes 6 months to build. It's handmade. Even the paint, like on David's car, there's like a little line. That line is actually hand painted. Like it's exquisite. So your diamond business is going to be an exquisite thing of beauty where you're making the money per week, yes. But it's going to be even more beautiful in the sense where you're going to have the chance to have a residual lifestyle every single week, every single month, okay? So you want to promote events through the NVU system, okay? Now, what is the NVU system? The NVU system is a series of events that you have to go through to get to the big money. The first event everybody comes to is what we call a BOM, a business opportunity meeting, or it's called a PBR, a private business reception, right? I like BOM. It sounds a bit more, BOM, boom, A BOM is a business opportunity meeting. That could be a Zoom call. That could be a one-on-one presentation. That could be a 2-on-1 presentation. That could be a physical event, right? That could be a mini event in the hotel lobby, in the coffee shop, in the conference room, right? It's a presentation that you're getting people onto the presentation to have a look at the Envision You opportunity. That's the first event. After that, the next event's going to be a quick start training. So there's a whole system, there's a whole term that we use. It's called BAMFAM, okay? And BAMFAM is BAMFAM, book a meeting from a meeting. So when you're building your business, you're building it from event to event. So you get someone on a presentation, and the goal is to get them from that presentation to the next presentation. Because some people don't join on the first presentation and don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. That's the reality. Yes, I know we expect people to join the first time, but that's just not how it goes. Some people take on average, what I've seen, is 2 to 3 exposures gets them in the business, right? Some people join on the first time. But if they don't join the first time, don't be discouraged. That's just how it is. So the whole idea is you're building from event to event. You're going from BOM to now a quick start training. Once they enroll, guys, there's a big difference between recruiting and enrolling. There's a reason why I don't use the word recruit. I don't recruit people. I enroll them. Recruiting is just signing them up. Listen, anyone can sign somebody up. You don't have to be a genius to sign somebody up, but you have to be a leader to enroll them into the business. Enrolling them is taking them through the get started process. The 5 steps to success. What's their why? Set themselves up on the trading account. Get them to write a list. Get them to set up 4 meetings and get them to commit to 12 to 18 months. That's the 5-step process of Envision You, of launching a new customer or launching a new VB. So the whole idea is we're going to take them from the quick start. So quick start training, once that's done, then we bring them to our weekend training. Now we are going to start, I believe, at some point soon, Saturday trainings, where we get together with our team and we do a physical training on how to build the business, the fundamentals of building, how to invite, how to prospect, right? How to promote events, how to lead, how to present. There's different skills we have to learn to be able to build the business. I was talking to one of our leaders recently and I told him, you've got to get better at presenting. You can't rely just on our presentations. I understand we're the leader, but at the same time, you've got to take ownership of your business. I said this to one of my mentors years ago. Would always tell me, fire your upline. Listen, I'm old school, right? When I first got involved in the industry, within 2 weeks, Ivan told me, you're on your own, mate. Go and present. Right? He done one presentation for me in the Holiday Inn. And after that, he said, Derrick, hey bro, you know what? You got it, right? Yeah, cool. And then that was it. I was sitting there with the laptop doing presentations, and that's how it happened. And I just got better at it every single time. And then eventually, I just started building my business, right? I leveraged him. I leveraged my uplines. Eventually, David started mentoring me about 3 years in, right? About 2020, he started really coaching me and mentoring me and Katrina properly, right? Directly. And mentoring us, and obviously now it's incredible. But that's what happened. I took ownership of the business, right? But anyway, Saturday or Sunday training. So right now we have the Sunday training, which is the VMC, the Vision Mastery Call, right? So you plug them into that, and then after that we have the regional events, which is our event that we're having on November the 15th. Okay, regional and national events. These events are where you're going to get the chance to get people in front of the big leaders. The biggest leaders, the people that make the most money, are the ones with the clicker and the marker at the front of the room. The goal is to move from the back of the room to the front of the room. When I first got involved in the industry, I was sitting in the back. And now I'm the one with the clicker, okay? So that's the goal for all of us, is to move from where we started and move up the room and to be one of the speakers. And eventually, my mentor told me years ago, he said to me, Derrick, one day you're going to have an event of hundreds of thousands of people and that entire room will be your business. I didn't understand what he meant, right? Now I understand. One day you're going to put on your own events. All of you on this call, all 60 of you are all diamonds. Forget about your back office right now. I don't care what it says. The back office doesn't tell me what I want. When I look at my back office, I see global diamond. I don't see anything else. I don't see anything. I see global diamond. And you've got to see whatever you want to see. You've got to stop. You've got to get mad. Okay? When I mean mad, MAD, make a decision. Get crazy. Get pissed off about your goals. I'm going to win. Listen, back then, I said I'm going to win. I'm going to get mad about my goals. I can't be Mr. Nice Guy. One day it's going to happen. No. That's not how you win. You don't win by being nice. I'm sorry. No, to people you're nice. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying be nice to yourself. You've got to tell yourself off sometime. I listen. If I tell you the chats I have with myself, you would think I'm crazy. If I spoke to, and this is what David said the other day, and I'll say the same thing. If I spoke to you guys the way that I speak to myself, boy, listen, I'm ruthless to myself because I have high expectations. Yes, I'm a nice guy to everybody. I'm very polite. I'm very, whatever. But when I'm working with me, oh boy, let me tell you something. If you hear the conversations I have to myself, I don't think you would talk to me again. I'm ruthless. Derrick, come on. Cause I practice something called the mirror technique. So what I do is I look in the mirror every day, every morning, and I look myself in the eyes and I talk to myself. Let me explain to you why that's important. The mirror technique, there's an audio called The Magic of Believing. And basically, David told me this years ago. When you look in the mirror, a mirror is made of glass. Now put in the chat box, what is a glass made of? If you crush glass, what does it turn into? I know I'm digressing a little bit, but let me just give you guys this revelation. What is glass made from? Sand. Okay, great. So when a human body, eventually transitions and decomposes, what does it turn into? Let me know in the chat. Sand. So when you speak to a mirror, you're speaking to your natural self. You're speaking to your actual soul. Ashes to ashes, right? You're speaking to you. When you look in the mirror, you're looking at your entire being, your spirit, your soul, and your body. So when you look in the mirror, every morning, you're a global diamond, Derrick. You got this today. This is what I say to myself. Get it? And I say some words that I'm not going to say on this call, but I talk to myself in a very strong way to tell myself, you got to do this. It's your time. Win. You're going to enroll 10 people today. It's done. Like I've been manifesting jets recently. Jets, right? I'm not thinking about Rolls Royce. I'm thinking about jets. I'm gonna buy a jet. One day I'm gonna buy a jet. I'm manifesting the jet. I'm looking at the jet in the mirror. I got pictures of jets all over my home, right? Jets. Because I know if I get a jet, that's the biggest asset I ever need. Once I get a jet, I'm done. Travel everywhere. You guys can come with us. We'll travel wherever we want to go. Dubai, America, right? I'm manifesting it right now. I'm so laser focused. I know a lot of you guys don't see me on a day-to-day basis. So you just see me on calls, you might see me at events. But if you spend a day with Derrick Alexander and Katrina, if any of you have that chance to spend a day with us, like a full day, go shopping with us, hang out with us, see how I talk to my son, I'm always empowering him every day. I empower him, say, son, you're great. Go out there and win. He's a winner. He's already talking back to me. He's like, yes, I believe. He's praying with me. He's saying amen. He understands because words are powerful. And that's why I am as I am, right? I don't post everything on Instagram, my day-to-day, but trust me, if you spend time with me, you understand I'm so intentional on everything I do, every single day, every single second. But anyway, let me go back to events. Enrolling is a process. Anybody can recruit. After regional events, the next big event is international events. Right? As soon as it's fully, you should be, we got our ticket already. Get your ticket for the international event. Don't wait until it's announced. Oh, we're going to go to Vegas or wherever it is. No, wait, buy your ticket. Buy your international convention ticket because it is happening in May. In May 2025, it's going to happen. Right? And by that event, we're going to have 100 diamonds in the company. Right? So buy your ticket because you're going to be there, right? You're going to be at that international event. You're going to get a chance to meet all the diamonds, you guys are going to be diamonds. You're going to be in the diamond section. That was my motivation. When I went, guys, everyone's motivated by different things. For me, money, I've always made money from when I was a kid. From when I was 15, I was, if you guys know, when I was 15 years old, I was, hustling. I was making 5K a month at the age of 15. I was walking into my school, and I used to, teachers, you guys, I'm making more than you. And I would tell them, I'll show them the cash. I'm making more money than you. Like, what are you going to do? Like, I was so cheeky, right? Imagine being a kid, 15 years old, walking into school and telling my teacher, I make twice what you make every single month. I make more than you. Money was never a concern. When I came into this industry, what I wanted, I love recognition. I love it. I love being on stage. I love getting recognized because I love being recognized for my effort. And you've got to know what works for you. Don't feel a type of way about it. Whatever you want from this industry, if you want to be recognized, say it. It doesn't mean that you're self-centered. It means that I love being recognized. That's my motivation. I knew money would come. I knew that 6 figures is light work, right? But for me, you know what motivated me back in the day? Being in that diamond section, that's what motivated me. I promise you. That right there and even at this last event in May, I was mad. I was like, why am I not on that stage? I got back to my room and I was sitting like this. I was like this. Okay, now I got to do it next. I said to Kat, yeah, we got to be diamonds next event. That's what motivated me. You got to find out what motivates you about events. I said to myself, and another reason why I couldn't go to the next event, not a diamond, is because I want you guys to see it's possible. For those who aren't by the event, I can't go into the event as a regular guy. I'm not a regular person. That's how I think. And you've got to know, you've got to have that expectation. So some people are motivated by just the money, by the checks, or they're motivated by the lifestyle, which is a motivator to me, yes. But it was the fact of being in the diamond section with the top earners. That's what, when I was in that previous company and I was heading towards that first 6-figure level, that's what inspired me. I took a picture of that diamond section in that old company and I put it on my wall. And I kept looking at it. I'm gonna be there because I wanted to be a hero. I wanted to be like people to see that if he can do it, I can do it. So you gotta find out what motivates you guys. Put in the chat box what motivates you. Is it money? Is it recognition? Right? What is it? Let me know in the chat. I want to know because I want you guys. I want to know what is your motivator. Right? Absolutely. Your kids, family, yes. Okay, absolutely. Family, for sure. Now, of course, like, what motivates you guys? Money, is it motivate? Like, you gotta know what motivates you. You gotta get, guys. You gotta go mad. Like, you see the thing. People ask me, Derrick, why don't you and Katrina stop? Like, no, not stop. But like, why don't you guys just relax now and again? We're thinking about we got such big goals, guys. Like, you see the goals that we have, it transcends money. That's why I work so hard, because I don't see it as work. You know what I mean? I really love you guys. I love what we do. Like, I listen, guys, even if I have a couple days of holiday for my birthday or whatever, after that, I can't wait to go back to work because that's what keeps me going. There's only so much chilling you can do, even when you're rich. The wealthiest guys in the world, Elon Musk, why do they keep on innovating? Because it's like, it's your purpose. You can't just chill in a hammock all day. It gets boring. It actually does. Like, I love people. I love being around you. I love helping you guys. I love being on the freeway calls with you guys. Right? But you guys have got to get mad. Make it like, guys, get fanatical. Some of you guys are just too lackadaisical with your goals. You're too lethargic. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, I believe one day it's gonna happen. Yeah, okay. Guys, you guys are gonna be really intentional. I promise you, like, I didn't do any magic trick to get here. It was just, I got mad. I had that moment where I was like, I need to do this. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's other things that, my son was born and different things that happened that gave me even more motivation. But you guys just got, and events is what will give you that boost. Okay. So a few more things. Let me now show you how to promote events. Okay, the first thing to show you how to promote events is you tell them about the event, of course, right? And you tell them about the event. You make a list of a minimum 100 people. Right now, we've got 3 weeks before the event. Some of you are in Nigeria, so I'm sure you're going to have a large event coming up soon. Some of you are in the United States. I'm sure there's going to be there are events happening in the marketplace as well. But there's major events every single region of the world in this company. You want to write a list of 100 names, okay, for the event. This is 100 names outside of your current team, because your team should be coming anyway, okay? And every single person that you bring to a major event will add $1,000 on your yearly income in this industry. So if you want to make 100 grand a year by being a diamond, right? You want to have 100 people at the event. It's as simple as that. If you want to make, if you want to go emerald, you want to make 5,000 a month. You got to have 50 people there in the room. Now, to get 50 people to an event, if you to get 100 people to the event, you need to speak to well over 200 people, because you need to speak to you need to speak to about 250 people, because the reality of it is when you speak to people, here's what I've realized, and here's how I treat promoting events. If I want to get 100 people in an event, like I remember back in 2020, there was a major event that I promoted for. And Ivan Tapia told me, Derrick, this is back in 2019. I was making 2K a month. I was a sapphire in that company, the equivalent of a sapphire, 2K a month. And I was at that position for quite some time, and I was trying to break through. And I was like, wow, why isn't it happening for me, right? And Tapia told me, this is your chance. Promote the London event. The whole company had, for example, imagine a live convention in London. So we had the company convention in London, international event. I was like, this is our chance. So me and Kat were bouncing off the walls. We were like, this is our chance to make it. And Tapia told me, if you want to hit 10 grand a month, you need to bring minimum around 100 to 150 people to the event. To do that, you need to buy tickets. So I invested about $3,000-4,000 that it was a lot of money for me at the time, in the context of what I was earning, but I put it into tickets. I bought loads of tickets and I started selling them to people all over the UK. And so I had about 250 confirmations. I had about 200 confirmations, yeah. Now, the confirmations that you get for an event, it doesn't actually equate to who's going to show up. If you get 50 confirmations, don't expect 50 to show up. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. They're not going to show up. About 35 will show up. There will be last minute, Derrick, I can't make it, and things happen. It happens all the time. If you invite 50, if you get 50 from 50, that is a miracle. Most people just doesn't happen that way. Because the law of numbers, things happen all the time. People, have emergencies that happen, and that's totally okay. That's why you have to over-invite. So if you want to get 50 people in the room at this event on November the 15th, you've got to speak to, you got to have a list of 100, right? And if you get about 70 confirmations, you'll be on track to get in 50. If you speak to 150 people and you call them about the event, then here's what you say. Hey, John. So Victoria's wearing the same color as me. I'm gonna unmute her, because Victoria, I don't know what kind of stuff this is going on. Yeah, you got the same color as me today, sis.
We're live this morning. We're blue this morning. Envy you blue.
Absolutely. Good morning, sis. Good morning.
Good morning, boss.
So Victoria was in our previous company, and she can tell you she saw the events that took place, right? And I'm gonna call Victoria as if she's a prospect, and I'm gonna invite her to our event. This is how I do it, okay? So ring, 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 ring. Victoria, good morning.
Good morning, Derrick. How are you?
I'm amazing, man. Amazing. How you doing, man? How's the family? Long time.
I am absolutely blessed. Thank God. How are you too? How's your family? How is your lovely wife, Katrina, and your baby?
Yeah,
Maya?
they're great, man. They're fantastic, man. Bouncing off the walls, both of them. You know what I mean? Doing amazing. Aki and saltfish, dumplings in the morning, and callaloo in the nighttime. Well, listen, Victoria, I don't have a lot of time. I'm actually running into another meeting, right? But I wanted to quickly call you because you know what? You're a dear friend of mine. We go way, way back, right? What are you doing November the 15th in the evening around 6:30 p.m.? Are you free? Can you make yourself free?
What's happening? What's happening?
Well, listen, let me tell you right now. I know that you're a money lady. I know that you're big on earning income online. I know that you've been looking at what I've been doing, and now is the time for you to have a look properly at what I'm doing. I've partnered with some incredible leaders. As a matter of fact, my mentor is a gentleman called David Emanite. You might have seen me post him on my Instagram, and he's actually coming down to flying in from Houston to be at this event. David is a multi-millionaire. and most importantly, he's helped other people make millions too. And he's going to be there in this event. He's helped a lot of people make value, achieve value, and a lot of people earn incredible income. This guy is the real deal, okay? And for him to even be here, Victoria, in London, I was like, who do I know that's super sharp, that's super ambitious, that really wants to change their lifestyle and earn 5 to 10,000 a month passively every single month? And I thought about you.
Wow. Thank you so much for thinking about me. So you said
Absolutely.
6:30, right?
Yes, 6:30. I'll say get there for 6:30 because the registration will be at 6:30, and the doors will open around 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I'll lock that in my calendar and yes, I'll
Yeah.
see you.
So listen, I got some tickets, right? And what I'll do is I'll mail your ticket. Just send me £10, and I'll mail you your ticket right away. Okay, but please make sure you're there because I'm there on time because it will be packed. It will be a standing room only. So I want you to get a VIP seat towards the front of the room. Okay?
Really? Just £10? Wow, that's just
Yes.
very good.
Yeah, it
Okay.
should be it should be a
No
hundred
worries.
pound. But we I want to make sure that you invest in it, but it's not a massive amount of money. But I want you to get in the room and get the information because what we're launching right now is something incredible. And as I said, David is not normally in the UK. He comes every 90 days or so. But for him to be here, my personal mentor, me and Kat's mentor, helped so many people to earn incredible income, and he's a really dear friend of mine and a dear mentor and someone that I've learned a lot from. So you have to be in the room. You have to be in the room. He's gonna really shake the whole of London. So I'll see
All
you.
right, that's lovely. Thank you
And we'll
so
we'll speak we'll speak before then. Obviously, I'll send you the written confirmation and I'll put you on my guest list. Okay.
No worries, Derek. Thank
All right,
you.
sis. See you soon. Bye.
Have a great day. Bye.
You too. Bye bye. Boom. 3 minute conversation. Right. Put a yes in the chat if you can do that. That's how I promote. I edify David. I edify the event. I edify him. I edify the value. So the first thing to promote an event is you write the list of minimum 100 names. Minimum. Okay? Minimum. I would say do more, guys. Honestly, like 150, 200 names, but minimum 100. You tell them about the event. Then you tell them why. You can't just tell someone, "Hey, come to this event, man." Edification is there's 3 skills in this industry that you have to be good at to make 6 figures. The first one, the most important one, in my opinion, the most important skill. You know what? I think all 3 of them will go hand in hand though. I don't. I think promoting events is the biggest one in terms of it gives you the biggest return on investment. Promoting events is number one. Okay, that's the biggest. That's the number one skill. Yeah, I would say that's number one skill. But the other 2 are just around the same importance. But promoting events is just the biggest thing you can do. But the other 2 are like the 2 supporting stands that makes promoting events: inviting and edification. Listen, guys, I'm gonna be honest. To be an emerald, to be a ruby, to be a sapphire, you don't have to be the best presenter. I'm gonna be honest. You don't have to be the best. Because you can edify, you can leverage my presentation, you can leverage David or Katrina's presentation. Katrina is a phenomenal presenter. Phenomenal, right? So you don't have to be the best presenter, but you have to be good at inviting. Because if you don't invite, you're not going to get anyone on the call, you're not going to get anyone to come to the events. So you have to be good at inviting. So these are these are the 3 skills. There's other skills like presenting, there's other skills like even prospecting. You have to be good at prospecting, but prospecting goes hand in hand with edification and inviting. If you are good at edifying somebody, that pays big money. Edification, inviting, and promoting events. If you can get good at these 3 things, I'm telling you, it's over, right? It's over, right? So the first step to promoting events, tell them about the event. Number 2, tell them why. This also is about your team. Yes, we have a huge organization, but I'm not just going to rely on the group chats to get someone to an event. I go through the whole group chat and I call people that I don't even know who they are, who signed them up. Hey, it's Derrick. Hey, Derrick, it's your diamond leader. How you doing? Yeah, great to connect. Who enrolled you into the business? Oh, Krista Lee. Oh, great. Krista Lee's amazing, wonderful. And I edify Krista Lee back to the leader, because that person might be whatever. They might be new. Edification is not just about edifying your mentor. It's edifying. I edify you guys to your teams. It creates credibility. It creates respect. Okay. So, for example, right? Candida's on this call. Candida's from she is from Guyana, right? And Michaela's her mentor, right? And I'm talking to Candida. I know we're building a relationship. How you doing, sis? How's it going? Anytime she brings up Michaela, oh, Michaela's incredible. You're edifying to create trust. Okay? So edification is not just about edifying the event, it's also edifying each other. Because in the Bible, the term edification means to build up each other, to build up. That's how when the church was going through persecution, Paul the apostle was saying, you have to edify each other. You have to edify each other to build up each other in prayer, right? So that's the whole idea. Tell them what to do, then tell them why. Okay? The third thing you must do is create a fear of loss. A fear of loss is saying, hey, Victoria, you know what? I don't know the next time David... You see, I said to her, David doesn't normally come to the UK. He doesn't come all the time. He's only here a couple times a year. So I don't want you to miss out on this incredible opportunity to hear from a multi-millionaire. I'm not sure the next time you will hear from him, even though you know he will come again. But it's about fear of loss. You're creating that fear of loss to make them think, man, I've got to be at this event. Okay? It's like, for example, when you go to the store and they tell you, oh, it's the last one. It's the last one. And it's not the last one. When I was buying the new iPhone, right, I walked into the store and then the lady was like, oh, there's only a few left. And I saw the stock room was open and I saw the back. There was loads of iPhones there. I was like, oh, really? It's the last one, yeah? Yeah, right. But that's what they have to do. You're creating fear of loss. It makes people make a decision. Another way to create fear of loss. Hey, listen, man, I've only got a couple more VIP spaces left for this event. Another term you can use is a VIP seat. Now, there isn't VIP seating at the event, right? But you can tell people, I mean, just it's got the front and then the back. But I tell prospects, hey, listen, if you come on time, like even Abigail can tell, she's laughing, but Abigail, she's coming from Cornwall to be at this event. I told her, sis, get there on time so you can get a VIP seat. She's in Mimi, shout out to Mimi, champion in Ghana, in Mimi's group. But I told her, you need to be here. She was like, Derrick, I said, sis, you got to be here because, hey, it's going to, what, you know what I mean? Yes, get a VIP seat. That is fear of loss, very important. The fourth thing is you got to tell testimonials. Testimonials about what's happened. Now, testimonials shouldn't be some long 5-minute testimonial. But I tell people, hey, listen, real quickly. For example, what I just said about the first time I met David, that's a testimonial. I'm talking about the event, what happened in the event, how my life was changed, how I got mad, I got fired up. I was like, I gotta win. I want to make 6 figures in this industry. I want to make passive residual income. Do you understand? And that's it's a testimonial. You're showing people what has happened from the event. So as you can see, I told Victoria how much David has mentored me, how much he's changed our lives, he's helped us. As a testimonial. All of that in when you're bringing someone to an event, it's game over. They're gonna come to the event. If you repeat that process to 100 people before November the 15th, can you imagine how many people are gonna be at the event? It's gonna be incredible. That event in 2020 when I brought I think about 125 people came to the event from my group. I remember my team, I was a sapphire in that company. So it wasn't like I had a huge organization. I had one leader in my team that was actually an emerald. He hit emerald before me. So I had one big leg and then I had 2 other legs. And hey, listen, man, I promoted. Outside of his leg, I brought 120 people to the event. And 90 days after that event, I hit 10 grand a month. I hit diamond in that company, right? And then Kat hit diamond a week after me. And then boom, Sylvia, Steph, Bianca, boom, back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back. It was just crazy, right? Because, and it wasn't. I'm not saying that I'm the one that started that. I'm just saying that it was making a decision to set myself on fire so people can come and watch me burn. That's the whole idea, is being the example. So guys, look, promote events, man. Even though Zoom call tonight with Katrina, promote it. Trainings, like tomorrow's training at 7 p.m., sorry, 9 p.m., promote that to your guests. Get guests on the trading training. It's a beginner's training. So people that come on, yeah, they might not understand everything, but it's important for them to see the culture of what we're doing. And, you know, we want to give people that value, man. So hopefully you guys got value today in regards to this training on how to build towards events. We're going to go into the affirmations now. So let me know in the chat box. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to read out. I need 3 volunteers to read out our affirmations. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Ambrose, Blessing, and Victoria. Thank you, guys. Let's close out strong, guys. It's payout period closed today. Let's close out strong. All right, perfect. Let's get it, man. Amazing, amazing. So, Victoria, you're up, my sister. Take it away.
Good morning, family. Are you all ready?
Yes, guys.
All right.
One more thing, guys. By the way, when Victoria's reading the affirmation, I want you guys to read it out loud with her. Obviously, we can't hear you, but read out loud wherever you are and say it like you mean it. All right, over to you, sis.
All right. I am wealthy and rich. I live in plenty. I swim in plenty. I have abundance. Everything I touch increases in value. I know the secret of riches and wealth. I attract money daily. Money pursues me. I am a cheerful giver. I am effortlessly wealthy and rich. My gifts daily produces for me. I am in the company of like-minded, wealthy, and powerful people. I have adopted God's financial plan for my life. I follow and fulfill it daily. I have and use all the resources I need to prosper myself and others. I make more money than I spend. I make more money than I spend. I know exactly what I need to do and give in return for the exact amount of money I desire. I am a cash multi-millionaire. Victoria, I am a cash multi-millionaire. I am so happy and grateful now that I have turned my annual income into my monthly income, my monthly income into my weekly income, and my weekly income into my daily income. I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis. Derrick, can you scroll up a bit? Thank you. I am so happy and grateful now. I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis. I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities. The money is growing. The quantity is growing. Okay, Derrick, I needed to expand it a bit. It's perfect. Thank you. I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities. The money is growing. The quantity is growing from multiple sources on a continuous basis. I see the money flowing to me. I see the money flowing to me now in increasing quantities. I see the money flowing into my bank account from multiple sources, multiple businesses, multiple investments, and multiple customers. The money is flowing continuously. The money is flowing continuously. The money is like a river flowing into my bank account on a continuous basis. The money is like a river flowing into my bank account on a continuous basis. I, Victoria Blessing Olayemi, I am a tree planted by the rivers of water. I bring forth my fruits in and out of season. My leaves shall never, ever wither. And whatever I do, whatever Victoria lays her hands on shall prosper. Let's go, family.
Let's go, man. That was powerful. That was powerful. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Let's go. Congratulations to all of you, man, on just even being on this call and allowing these affirmations to take place in your heart. I promise you guys right now, these affirmations, I've been speaking affirmations since 2017. And I'm telling you, every day, I don't think there's been one, even in my darkest days, I've spoken at least one affirmation every day. And I'm telling you right now, guys, this is one of the biggest ways. I was saying this to Hezron last night, that one of the biggest, the only known way to drive doubt away from you, the only known way to drive unbelief and doubt out of your mind is from positive self-talk and auto-suggestion and affirmations. People think, oh, Derrick, reading. No, reading can help. Oh, Derrick, listening to stuff can help. Oh, Derrick, working out. Oh, I work out 5 days a week, twice a day. That helps. But guess what really helps? Affirmations. That's the only known way to actually drive unbelief from where you. If I call you, how you doing? Okay. I'm just getting by. I'm surviving. You should never say you're okay. I'm incredible. Because you are incredible. You're God's highest form of creation. So, when you're speaking these affirmations, it's if you have any unbelief or doubt, if I call your phone and you sound like you just come out of a submarine, then that means that you're not speaking enough positive things to yourself, and you're not allowing the affirmations to take seed in your heart, because your heart is a seed. And whatever you speak, the word heart, write down the word heart and circle the first 4 letters. It says here. Circle the middle 3 letters. It says ear. Whatever you speak, you're going to listen. If you speak the wrong things, you're hearing the wrong things. The Bible says faith comes by hearing and hearing by the word, but faith is not just positive. Faith can also be negative. Did you know you could have a negative faith? You could believe so much that it won't work for you. Someone else could believe they can make 100 grand a month, but you could believe it won't happen for you because you haven't conditioned your subconscious mind and your spirit and your soul in your body and your 15 senses to attract 100 grand a month. Well, it's because you're not speaking the right things. You've got to speak the right words. So whatever you're speaking is going to go into your heart. The average man speaks 1,500 words per day. The average woman speaks 2,500 words per day, right? Just, hey, I'm not saying you guys talk more than us. That's just the stats, okay? But think about it. Out of the thousands of words we speak per day, how many of those words are empowering? Listen, I have to always check my mouth and just make sure I'm speaking the right things, because whatever you speak, you create. Whatever you speak, you create. If you create something, the word create, C-R-E-A-T-E, in the word create is the word eat. Whatever you create, you're digesting it. If I create a negative circumstance and I say, I'm not going to do this, and you're complaining about people, and you're moaning about people, and you're gossiping about people, guess what's going to happen? You're digesting what you've just created. And don't complain when you don't have the results that you want. Affirmations, positive self-talk will solve any problem. It doesn't matter how tough you think life is, right? Your words, you are literally a subtotal of the words you've been speaking your whole life. You have the opportunity. You have the opportunity, guys, through these affirmations to change your life and to completely refocus, replenish, and, recreate your subconscious mind. Anyway, that's a little training there. Blessing, over to you. It's your turn next.
I'm coming out soon.
Hi, good morning,
I'll be
everybody.
coming out soon. Is that my
Good
former boy
morning,
don't come
Blessing. How
out
are you
to me,
doing
so I'll
today?
call and make it meet you up.
Very well, thank you.
Give me a
Okay,
second.
Uh,
One
can I
second.
go ahead?
yeah.
Give me a second.
Okay.
I think you say come out now, not sell me now. Now I called the doctor salary. Let's say take up I know.
There we go. Blessing, go ahead. The floor is yours.
Hey, I am a money maker. I am successful. I am attractive. I am confident. I am limitless. I am wealthy. I am powerful. I am bold. I am perfect. I am strong. I am blessed. I am grateful. I am a great leader. I am a diamond leader. I am determined, dynamic, persistent, ambitious, and faithful. A beautiful, sophisticated professional called to be a loving, world renowned motivator. My name is Blessing Ifemi. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am humble. I am a winner. I will lead and not follow. I will create and not destroy. I will never be broke another day in my life. I will live the fullest of life in all God has for me. I am a force for God. I am a force for good. I am a champion. I set new standards. I defy the odds. I break generational curses. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. I am the lender and not the borrower. I am loved by God. I bless and Ifemi. I am chosen by God. I am protected by God. I am in a constant state of attracting all the good that I deserve and desire. No weapon formed or fashioned against I, Blessing Ifemi, shall prosper. Every tongue that rises up against me in judgment shall be condemned. It is my season. It is my season. It is my turn. It is my turn. Amen.
Let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much, sis. That was incredible. So, final one, guys, is the self-confidence formula. Now, this right here is from a book called Think and Grow Rich. As you guys know, I'm very fanatical about personal self-development. The person that I've become, I was written off by everybody when I was younger. I was in prison at the age of 15. Now, yes, I was locked up in a prison at 15 years old. Everyone told me, well, not everyone, but people told me, this is what's gonna happen, you're not, whatever, you're not gonna make it, blah, blah, blah. And one thing that I'm so grateful for is when I started to get my hands on the right books. And I'll never forget the day that I heard about Think and Grow Rich. And this book completely changed my life and taught me that there's so many different levels to success, right? There's so many different levels to winning. There's so many different levels to manifesting your goals. Okay, I've read this book about 4 times. The most recent time, me and Monique, shout out to Monique, we read this book and studied it together, and it's an absolutely incredible book because it really does. It's a very deep book. It's got multiple different focuses. If you want to really study manifestation and creating your reality, I would actually recommend The Science of Getting Rich, because the Science of Getting Rich is more focused on one thing. And I prefer books that are focused on one thing, but Think and Grow Rich is the subtotal of all of the different lessons you have to learn. Manifesting, transmutation of your energy, right? Mindset, how to set goals, and this document right here called the Self-Confidence Formula is one of those. Is probably the most I would say the most popular excerpt from that book, and it focuses on creating your reality. So as Ambrose reads this, I'm going to each one I'm going to give a little explanation, because I feel like we read through it a lot of the time. One thing that, shout out to IK, brand new Sapphire going Ruby. He actually came onto our call the other day, and well, he's always on the call, but he read this out, and as he was reading it, he was explaining it, and I took that. I mean, I'm coachable. I'm very coachable. I was like, you know what, IK, shout out to you, bro, man. The most fashionable man in the room. I said, I'm gonna take that, and I'm actually gonna explain a few things as well. So, Ambrose, if you're there, please take the floor. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, Charlie. We're here.
Good morning, sir. So you read the first. So read each one, and then as you read each number, I will stop you and add a few words on it.
All right. All right. Number 1. I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of self-persistent, continuous action towards its attainment, and I have here and now promised to render such action.
Okay, so this, thank you, brother. That was wonderfully read. This self-confidence formula, the first one, is talking about your definite purpose. Every single one of us needs to have a definite of purpose. My definite of purpose right now is to impact 1 million families. That's my current definite of, me and Katrina's definiteness of purpose, because I want to be a multi-millionaire. If I want to make $1 million in a year, or £1 million in a year, I want to impact 1 million families, and that will then produce £1 million in a year. That's my goal. Once that's done, I'm probably going to move over to 10 million. So my goal will be to make $10 million. But then again, it's not about the money, it's about impacting 10 million people. So David's goal right now is to impact 1 billion people. The company's goal is to impact 1 billion people. So I want you guys to write down right now what your definiteness of purpose should be. And again, everyone has a different definiteness of purpose, but the definiteness of purpose you should have should really be focused around impacting a certain amount of people. So if you haven't, let's say if you want to make £250,000 in a year for the first time, maybe you should write down impact 250K. I don't know, whatever that goal is, but you need to set your definiteness or your definite purpose. That will create a focus. So when I walk out or when I'm out and about in my city, I have such a level of confidence and focus, and I have a certain energy that people are attracted, because I know I'm impacting 1 million people, 1 million families. So that person can feel that energy. There is such thing as telepathy. Telepathy is a real thing. So if I'm thinking about somebody, I've had it so many times. Have you ever had a moment where you're thinking about somebody and that person calls you? Or you're thinking about someone and they text you, hey bro, I was just thinking about you, bro. Hey sis, I was just thinking about you. How many of us have experienced that? It's a real thing. Telepathy is a real thing. Okay? And so when you have that definiteness of purpose, that you're going to impact 100,000 women or 1 million men or 1 million families, what's going to happen is you're going to have a magnetic energy. And it's something that's called the impression of increase. There's a book that I just told you about. Write this down, The Science of Getting Rich. And in that book, there's a chapter that talks about the impression of increase, which means that once you have a goal and you have a definiteness of purpose, that you are going to achieve, what's going to happen is you are going to have the energy of attraction. People are going to be attracted to you, and they're going to know that you're somebody. They may not know what car you drive, where you live, how much you earn, but when you walk out into the street, when you walk out into the airport, when you walk out into the highways and byways of this world, you are going to attract the right people. People will be, all the people on this call, all of my leaders, all the leaders that we have were attracted. Some of them, we reached out to them, but God has just brought them into our midst because we had a goal to impact 1 million families. Okay? So it says here, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action. And sorry, I know I'm going on a minute, but I want to hit this home. And I here and now promise to render such action. Persistent, continuous action. You have to keep going. And it's even when you don't really feel like doing it. Your feelings are irrelevant when it comes to success. Believe me. Most of the time when I'm right now I'm doing this thing where I'm working out twice a day, 3-4 days a week, or sometimes 5 days a week. So I do 100 burpees, and then I do 100 push-ups, and then I go to the gym, and I don't want to do it every single time. But I've got a certain mindset I need. I've got a certain body that I want to have by next summer. I need to work now. And I'm doing consistent, persistent, continuous action. So yeah, Ambrose, over to the next one, please.
Thank you. I realize the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward, physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person.
Okay, so guys, I hope you guys are taking notes. This is very, very powerful. I realize now this one right here is an absolute game changer. What are the dominating thoughts of your mind? The dominating thoughts of my mind is impacting 1 million families. Right? It's not the problem or the issue that I may have in my life, because the dominating thoughts will create, it will manifest in some way, shape, or form. So you must have the right energy and you must have the right thoughts. The dominating thoughts of your mind will eventually reproduce themselves. Now, David always says this: for something to be reproduced, it has to first be produced. And it's produced, the thoughts of your mind, you can have, thoughts can come from God or from the enemy. Right? So when a thought comes into your mind, there's a difference between thoughts and thinking. Think about this carefully. If a thought comes into my mind, I can accept it or reject it. Now, the subconscious mind works in such a way where you have your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind and your subconscious mind have to work hand in hand. They can't work one or the other. So when a thought comes into your mind that, oh, this is not working, why ain't I hit champion yet? Why ain't I hit diamond yet? You're thinking, you have this negative thought in your mind. You can accept or reject it. The same way that when a trade comes through from the Envision app, you can accept or reject it. You can decide to take the trade, or you can decide to not take the trade. You can decide to accept it or reject it. Yes or yes. So when it goes into your conscious mind, constant repetitive thoughts of that same thing will eventually fall down into your subconscious mind, which creates behavior. That's why people's behavior, if you go in the street and you slap somebody and that person's been training to be a boxer for the past 20 years, they're going to knock you on the floor. Because they've been, maybe if they're a professional boxer, they ain't going to do it because they want to lose their license, right? But let's just say someone that knows how to fight, someone that knows how to defend themselves, they have a subconscious behavior. It's subconscious. Your conscious mind is here, your subconscious mind is here. So if I have a conscious thought, Why ain't I champion yet? Da, 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 da. You're worrying, you're concerned, you're worrying. That is going to be the dominating thought of your mind. The dominating thoughts of your mind will eventually, that's the thing. It may not happen today. But if you keep on thinking the same negative thoughts, it's going to reproduce themselves in outward physical action. Let me know in the chat if that makes sense. It will gradually transform themselves into physical reality. When me and Kat kept saying diamond, 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 when we launched the company, our son was born, we had responsibilities, the life has changed. We said diamond, 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 diamond. But they were asking us all questions that we had a dominating thought to impact a certain number of people, 10 champions. Now, right now in our team, we've got 16 qualified champions and above. But now there's now 100 champions. The dominating thought will change, but it will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action. Every single day for the past 7 years, I've been thinking about getting to the next level, about impacting more people. It will gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task. So guys, create a mental picture of what you want to look like. Who is the millionaire version of you? The millionaire Victoria, the millionaire Tony Ann, the millionaire Jermaine, the millionaire Derrick. What does that person look like? Write down, what are you going to wear? What brands are you going to wear? Are you going to shop at Balmain? Are you going to shop at Gucci? Are you going to shop at Louis Vuitton? Are you going to drive a Benz? Are you going to drive a Rolls Royce? Are you going to fly private? Are you going to fly first class? Are you going to wear Cartier bracelets or Hermes bracelets? Guys, be specific on what you want. Like, I've got a massive fragrance collection. I used to write it down. I've got about 85 fragrances right now. But when I was coming up, I only had 3 or 4. And I used to write it down every day. I used to think about it a lot. I used to walk into these stores and imagine myself with a massive collection. And now I love these fragrances. It's something that I love to collect them. I love to smell good. But I had a mental picture of that many years ago. Okay? Ambrose, go ahead, brother. I don't want to talk forever, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. I know through the principle of auto-suggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of attaining the object back of it. Therefore, I will devote 10 minutes daily to demanding of myself the development of self-confidence.
Cool. So I'm going to kind of go through this quite quickly, right? But auto-suggestion, I was just talking about just now. These affirmations that we're speaking, it's auto-suggestion. You're suggesting to your mind, again, you give the mind an instruction. The mind follows instruction, guys. Okay? The mind follows instruction. You're speaking a goal every day. You're speaking, you're going to be a champion. Don't worry about the current situation. Some of you listen to David every week and you still don't get it. Stop worrying about what is, it's not happened yet. It's not supposed to happen right now, but it's going to happen when it happens. But if you're speaking the wrong things, if you speak the right things, look, I know through the principle of auto-suggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my, do you know how guys, that's why I'm looking at jets right now. Can I buy a jet cash now? No, not right now, physically, but in my mind, guys, your mind is free. I was saying this to a friend of mine. Nelson Mandela was in prison for 27 years, but the one thing that wasn't in prison was his mind. Your mind, guys, you can think as big as you want. Do you want to have a 20-bedroom mansion? Why can't you have it? Why? Think about it carefully. Why do you believe that you don't deserve to have a Rolls Royce? Oh, Derrick, I'm not materialistic. Oh, Derrick, you're offended when someone's talking about their wealth. They're driving a big car or they're wearing a big watch. Why are they showing off? They're not showing off. They've earned it. What's wrong with someone driving a... Is there anything wrong with someone... When people say, oh, well, Derrick, oh, well, you know, why this person, you know, posting their jet on... Why can't they post their jet on social media? They've earned it. I mean, if they're scamming, it's different, right? But for those that have earned it the right way, why are people are offended at success? Because they gave up on their dream in the first place. That's why. There's people that are right now wishing on your downfall because they quit on the very thing that you're pursuing. I want to tell you right now, and this is the Holy Spirit speaking through me right now. Do not get uncomfortable when you look at successful people. Embrace it. Riches and wealth is available for all of us. I used to get offended. I used to be like, why is that person showing up for? Oh, they got a Ferrari. No, but they've just earned it. They've worked hard for it. I celebrate when I'm with David and I'm in his Rolls Royce. I'm happy. I'm like, man, this is my mentor. I'm gonna have a Rolls Royce one day. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't put it on a pedestal. Obviously, you don't worship success. You don't worship, put money. No, but we put it in a place where we want to have nice. There's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of you have a fear. A lot of us, right, have had a fear of success over the years. Now I know I might as well just go deep because now we're here right now, right? I don't do this very often. I don't do 2-hour calls very often, right? I do one training a week, which is Monday. So I might as well just give you guys the source. A lot of people have a fear of success. They have a fear of looking good to other people. Break that right now. And I was talking to my cousin about this yesterday, and my cousin was saying, Derrick, break it. You deserve wealth. You were born rich. The God that made you, the Bible says in the book of Psalm, I think 109, he owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. How are you doubting the very God that made you, that created you, that formed and fashioned you? Jeremiah said that he made me, in his womb. When you was in the womb, he already knew who you was. He gave you a name and made you a prophet to the nations. It's already completely done. So when you speak your goals, I want you to speak it like you own this thing. Why can't you go diamond in 90 days? But what happens is the desire, any desire, a desire is not just a desire could be any. Guys, let me know in the chat. Am I making sense? Because you guys are quiet right now. Talk to me in the chat. What's going on? Are you guys feeling what I'm saying right now? Any desire that you persistently hold in your mind every day, if you have the wrong desires, you're going to reap. Whatever you sow, you're going to reap. If I sow an apple seed, I'm going to get an apple tree. I'm not going to get an orange tree from an apple seed. Whatever desire you persistently hold in your mind will eventually seek expression. It has to express itself. When you set a goal to have a jet like me, I'm going to own a jet. I don't care what they say. Oh, Derrick is doing this. I'm gonna have a jet because I believe God made a jet for me to have it. And I'm gonna earn it and I'm gonna work for it. When I get to about $10 million a year, I'm gonna buy a jet. Why not? Why can't I have it? But the confidence that I have, it's not showing off, it's not bragging. I give God the glory. But why can't you have nice things? Because someone told you in your childhood, oh, you don't deserve this, you don't deserve that. Be humble. No, humility is not about that. Humility is not a personality trait. It's recognizing you don't have something that someone else already has. Humility doesn't mean, oh, I'm being meek. No, you can be successful and look good and smell good and have a nice car and still be humble in the sense of knowing that somebody else has more results. So when I get my Rolls Royce, David is going to have his own jet. By the time I get a Rolls Royce, David will own his own plane. And by the time I own my own plane, David will probably have a yacht and a couple other mansions. Absolutely. I'm embracing it. And that's why I'm working with someone like that has those goals so I can continue to grow. Therefore, I will devote 10 minutes. So guys, look, the 30 minutes daily is you guys do it today. Please stop being on these calls and don't. If you're on these calls for 2 hours and I'm giving you my best, I'm giving you my energy, please do it. Not do it for me. I'm not, guys. I'm not your boss. You don't have to listen. It's up to you. But I've learned this stuff. David has taught me this stuff, and I'm teaching you guys stuff. And I'm not teaching it like I do it myself. It's working for me right now. Please, I want all of you can be diamonds in the next 6 to 12 months. Every one of you on this call. Every one of you today. If you are 10 away from champion, if you're not a champion right now, set a goal to be champion by midnight. It can happen. Why can't you sign up 20 people today? But your mind is telling you can't. Someone told you, some broke person told you can't do it. Some broke, and it's always the people that don't have the results. It's always people, listen, you're never going to have someone doing better than you that will be hating on you. If someone's telling you can't do it, remove them from your life. They're not supposed to be there. Because you can do it. Right? There's leaders everywhere that are doing this. You can do it. Guys, break that limiting mindset right now. Start thinking big. Why can't you have the things that you say you want? Because we're on social media liking everyone's posts that are rich. Oh, that's a nice bag. Why can't you have a Birkin? Why not? Oh, I don't want it. Why don't you want it? Oh, okay, you might want a house instead. Some of you may not like designer clothes. But, oh, the house. Oh, I want a small house. Why don't you want a 5-bedroom house? But you want to... It's a mentality. 5-bedroom house, you have more space. Why not? 10-bedroom house. But you got to start thinking big. The people that are rich and wealthy, they just think bigger than us. That's what it is. They were babies just like we were babies. So how are they making 100 million a year and we're not? It's thinking. There's 15-year-old kids. Look at I Show Speed, a young YouTuber. He's 19 years old. He's making 20 million a year. The guy can't even write his own name, probably. It's a mindset thing. It's winners win. Okay? Anyway, moving on. 30 minutes daily, you think of the person. So now, guys, look. Think about the person you're going to be. Think about guys, it doesn't have to be a material thing. It's not all about jets and clothes, and it could just be you might want to be the best parent you want to be. You might not have kids right now. You might want to have a lovely marriage and kids. That may be the person you want to become. No problem. You might want to just be more peaceful in life. You may not want any of those things. That's okay. Whatever you want. For 30 minutes daily, guys. 30 minutes. Start today. Play a nice song. Play your favorite song. And sit there in your headphones and just think. Forget about Instagram. Forget about WhatsApp. Forget about the group chats. Spend 30 minutes meditating on the person that you want to become. Every day. Guys, put a yes in the chat. Because I'm not going to teach this again like this for a while, right? So I want to give you guys it right now. You guys can take it and then go. 30 minutes daily. Guys, promise me you're going to do it. Not for me, for your kids, for your family, of who you're going to become. 30 minutes. Spend time thinking and close your eyes and imagine when you're making, whatever rank you want to be, whatever money you want to make, think about it. Do you want to open up a shop? Guys, start thinking big. You want to open up your own hotel. What is that one thing you've always wanted to do? Let me know in the chat. What's that one thing you've always wanted to do that you know that you can do it, but it's such a big goal. Like, for example, you want to open up your own shop. Let me know in the chat, what is that? Thank you, Monique, for the link. Appreciate ya. You guys, get that link. Yeah, I know I'm going. I know this call was supposed to finish a long time ago, but I just felt led to speak into your life because I really believe there's a lot of you on this call right now that you limit yourself so much. And someone told you, some broke person told you can't do it. They have no right to tell you that. And again, in my childhood, my mom was very quiet, very, very calm, but she always spoke words into me. You can do it, son. I love you so much. And I'm speaking that into my son right now. Some of you maybe weren't, I understand, some of you weren't told that when you were younger. I understand. And I feel, and I understand what, I had people in my family that didn't believe as well when I first started doing this industry. But I want to tell you right now, guys, life is precious. You don't have forever, guys. You don't have 100,000 years to chase your goals. In 100 years from now, we're all going to be gone. In 100 years from today, we're all going to be gone. We got to make a choice today. Are we going to do it or are we not going to do it? If you're not going to do it, make room for somebody else. Open a children's home. Okay, cool. Hospital day. Natalie, write it down right now. Get a picture of a children's home. Get a picture of a children's home today. That, just type in children's home. And then what you do to make it even more powerful, what I do is I get the picture, I print it out big on my wall, and I write on the picture. I am so happy and grateful. Oh, trust me. I'm so happy and grateful now. I have a children's home by this date. And then now get a separate picture of a hospital, of a nice hospital, right? And put the Jamaica flag on there. Boom, hospital. It's gonna happen. Natalie, make the name. Don't tell anybody, but write the name of the hospital that you want to create. Write the name now. Write the name of the hospital you want to create. What is it gonna be called? Start designing it. Talk about what's the inside gonna look like. It's gonna happen. Buying of businesses. Okay, great. Ambrose, it's done. Write down what businesses you want to buy. Get pictures of it. Get pictures of a business you want to buy. Open a school. Great. Get a picture of a school. Guys, go on YouTube, Google, get a picture of a school. Like, it doesn't have to any school, but a school that looks nice. Because the subconscious mind doesn't know what's real and what's fake. So if you get the picture, it's done. Own a house, great. Everest, get a picture of the house. What type of house do you want to buy? Get a picture of it, guys. Print it out today. As a matter of fact, when you do these pictures, DM me, message me on WhatsApp or Instagram, message me on WhatsApp, send me a picture of the picture that you've printed out. Guys, do it today. I promise you, every day you're going to be looking at it. And you're giving a signal to your subconscious mind that it's completely done. Right? It's completely done. It's absolutely, it's on the canvas of your imagination. Imagine that your mind is a blank canvas. No, sorry, it's not blank. When you're born, it's blank. But guess what? Right now, your imagination, your mind has got all types of colors in it right now. Because of what people have said. Childhood traumas. Trust me, I've been through a lot of childhood traumas. I had to go through therapy to work through those things. Believe me, I'm still working through a lot of things myself now. But the canvas of your imagination, God, the Holy Spirit, He has an eraser that can remove those things through the affirmations, through getting the mental picture, right? And now you remove the negative things, and now the canvas of your imagination, you now have a magic paintbrush, and you can write, I want to own a school. For me, I want to have my own hotel. I'm going to have my own hotel, my own jet. I'm going to open up a restaurant and bar with a shisha, live music, jazz music. It's completely done. I'm going to have my own suit business. I'm going to produce the best cashmere suits in the world. Right? It's a vision that I have. It's like, guys, when you think, guys, let me know in the chat, how do you feel? Now you've spoken, now you've written, do you feel better? You see I guess I'm not saying we don't have problems, but maybe some of the problems you have in your life right now, do you guys agree that now you've seen your vision, that those problems have now got a little bit smaller? They're not as big as they once was. Oh, the problem that you're facing, maybe it's debt, maybe it's a relationship issue, maybe it's a friendship issue with someone, maybe it's your children, something's happened. But when you know that God has got your back and He's put you on this earth for a reason, He's given you an opportunity to live for 70, 80, 90, 100 years. You have this life, guys, it is completely done. Someone said, I've always wanted to be a billionaire. Empress of Ethiopia, it's done, Empress, it's done. Write down, go on Microsoft Word, type I am a billionaire in capital letters, put it on your wall. I want to open my own company. Well, Olu, you've got to be more intentional. What kind of company do you want to create? What type of company? Blessing ones, you got to write down what company you want. Write it down on paper. to get my own apartment, to buy a house, become a billionaire. See, look, you guys are incredible. You guys have got what it takes. You guys have got the goal. Give scholarships. Amazing. Own real estate. Oh, look at this. Own orphanage home. Build churches across the world. Come on. Those with children, play affirmation. Yes. Okay, affirmations. Yeah. And that, send me the link, please. Send me the link for that to my WhatsApp. Buy a car and travel. Yes. Build prayer camps. Come on. Yes. Abigail, I love it. Build my first apartment home. See? Can you guys, now you guys are feeling it? Now you guys can feel it. Yes. Okay, cool. So now we've established that you speak that every day. I promise you, you're going to feel it. Amazing. Okay, cool. So now now you've thought for 30 minutes daily about what you want, but remember, the 30 minutes daily is about your self-image. Like, who do you want to become? How do you want to dress? What do you want to wear? What your dream car? Do you want to have a plane one day? Do you want to have a yacht one day? Whatever those things are. But it's like you're playing a commercial in your mind of who you are. Have you ever seen those lifestyle videos where the person's going through the city and he's driving through the city and it's like a music video, right? I listen to certain songs and I play a music video in my mind of who I'm going to be 5 years from now. Now, number 3, when it says here, I will devote 10 minutes daily, that's a different thing. The 10 minutes now is the affirmations. So 30 minutes is visualization, where you're not talking, you're just visualizing. Or you can also talk. Oh, I can see. Like, you sit there, listen to a song, and for example, Natalie says she wants to have a hospital. So Natalie could listen to music right now, close her eyes for half an hour and say, wow, lovely hospital. I'm walking into the main entrance. It's whatever the hospital is called. The door is blue. The door is red. Whatever the door is, I'm walking in, and there's loads of departments. A&E department, children's department, psychiatric ward. Right? You're speaking it and you're visualizing it and you're writing it down. Oh my gosh, it's gonna happen. God will make it happen for you. Okay? And then, so the 30 minutes is visualizing where you want to be. The 10 minutes is the words. So you spend 30 minutes visualizing every day. And it's best to do it in the morning. There's no excuse. Guys, do it in the morning. Right? Work out. Make sure you work out. Even if it's 10 minutes, work out. When you work out, your body, you feel better. You have energy. You're going for the day. Work out, then you do your 30 minutes visualization, and then the 10 minutes is now speaking about your goals. Speaking, I am so happy and grateful now. So you may say, well, Derrick, I don't have enough affirmations to speak for 10 minutes. Well, you can listen to you can go on YouTube and type in affirmations, listen to it and repeat it for 10 minutes. Just speak. Now, guess what? That 10 minutes is also prayer. So you can spend 5 minutes praying, and you can speak 5 minutes speaking affirmations. Okay, cool. So almost done. Ambrose, you can go to number 4.
I have clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim in life. I will never stop trying until I have developed sufficient self-confidence for its attainment.
Okay, so I was talking earlier about the definite chief aim. The definiteness of purpose is the same thing. So your goal, let me know in the chat box, guys. What have you decided your definite chief aim will be? Is it impacting 100,000 women? Is it impacting 100,000 men? Is it impacting 10 million people? Is it impacting 1 billion people? What's your goal? Is your definite chief aim to build 50 orphanages across the world? Let me know in the chat. If you have it in mind, if you don't have it, it's fine. But if you have it, let me know what it is. If you don't mind sharing it, yeah? If you don't mind sharing. I've written down, so I wrote down this description. And I will never stop trying until I have it. Because guys, the self-confidence has to come. The self-confidence is going to help attain the goal. Letitia said big mansions in Africa. Yes. Own your own gas and oil company. Thank you, Natalie. Impact 100,000 families. See, Sean, isn't that amazing? Now you guys are thinking like the way that David thinks. David and Ivan Tapia, David said the only reason why he started the company with Ivan is because, I mean, they're good friends, but apart from all the friendship stuff, they have the same vision to impact 1 billion people. They met in 2012, and Tapia got David's number, and then he saw that David's number was saved as Impact 1 billion. And Tapia texted him, said, David, is that your goal? David said, yeah, it's my goal. And Tapia was like, that's my goal too. It's the goal that connected them. It's the definite chief aim that connected them. Okay? I will never stop trying. So the goal is you develop the self-confidence by just speaking. Remember I told you guys earlier? What's the only known way to drive doubt out of your mind? It's affirmation. Affirmation and positive self-talk build self-confidence. Self-confidence helps you attain the goal. Okay? So yeah, number 5, and we're almost done. Ambrose?
I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all whom it affects. I will succeed by attracting to myself the forces I wish to use, and the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing love for all humanity, because I know that a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because I will believe in them and in myself. I will sign my name to this formula, commit it to memory, and repeat it aloud once a day with full faith that it will gradually influence my thoughts and actions so that I will become a self-reliant and successful person.
Absolutely. So we're gonna close out on this one. This is obviously a long one, so and there's a lot of different things here, but basically what it's saying is, especially the first part, I fully realize that no wealth or possession, that's talking about building upon truth and justice is very important. Many companies have come and gone in various industries because of no integrity, lack of integrity, not doing things the right way. And that's why whenever we show people the end vision, new opportunity, one of the things I always tell them is, you don't have to worry about this company not being here 2 years from now, 3 years from now. Okay? Because we do things the right way. There's a certain culture that we have, there's a certain vibe that we have that is completely in alignment with what God wants for us, right? So this whole idea is just basically doing things the right way and having the right energy, and eliminating all negative ideas, and causing others to believe in me because I will believe in them and in myself. So at the end of it, it says, I will sign my name to this formula and repeat it aloud once a day. So guys, set a goal that even, again, this call is only once a week, but set your goal to read this every single day, okay? If you want a copy of this, I can put it in the chats and you guys can read it every single day, but it's a really powerful formula, man. So I know this call went on a little bit longer, but I'm so grateful that we actually went through that, and I pray you guys are blessed and super, super, super fired up for, to hit your goals. I really appreciate you guys. I really honor all of you. I love all of you. If any of you have anything you want to ask me in regards to the trading platform or anything, I know some of you are still getting your stuff set up with the trading platform. We're going to work through those things as well. Don't worry, I'm going to message you guys today about that. But thank you for all of your patience in regards to that. But listen, I'm so excited about what's going to happen. I really believe that this year of 2025 has already begun, and we're going to have the most incredible year. 2025, 2025, very, very powerful year. We're going to have some incredible things happen in our lives, in our families, man. So with that being said, I appreciate you all. Thank you for being on this call, and I'll see you guys at the beaches and most certainly at the banks. Take care, guys. God bless. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.
best. You can be the King Kong banging on your chest.
You can beat the world, you can beat the war. You can talk to God, go banging on his door.
You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock. You can move a mountain, you can break rocks.
You can be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you can find yourself
Standing in the Hall of Fame. And the world's gonna know your name. 'Cause you burn with the first flame. And the world's gonna know your name. And you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame. Go the distance, you can run the mile. You can walk straight through hell with a smile.
You could be the hero, you can get the gold. Breaking all the records they thought never could be broke.
Yeah, do it for your people, do it for your pride. And you're never gonna know if you never even try.
Do it for your country, do it for your name. 'Cause there's gonna be a day when you're
Standing in the Hall of Fame. And the world's gonna know your name. 'Cause you burn with the first flame. And the world's gonna know your name. And you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame.
be a champion. Be a champion. Be a champion. Be a champion.
Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Yeah, yeah. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions, be truth seekers. Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Yeah. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions. Standing in